All right, good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing on this fantastic Thursday morning? So we've had a little bit of a slow week this week. There's been an Aussie Swiss trade that was taken. Let's go check that one out real quick. This thing has been running straight up all week. The problem is I'm not in it. Not in it. So yeah, I did take this position on Monday with the crew, but my position was pretty high up on the daily or on the intraday range. So basically I got stopped out. I can't exactly remember what day that was. I know it was Monday. What was Monday? Give me 1 second. The 29th. So we were over here. I think it was probably somewhere. I know I got stopped out and then the thing ran away without me. I think I got entered into the position on this bullish candle. But I know I got stopped out. So this thing's just been running straight up. And the reason for that is obviously the Fed. The Fed is controlling everything. Where am I at? Here we go. All right, perfect. So yeah, the Fed's got everything controlled. Basically, this is a risk-on asset. So risk-on means that basically as long as people are buying risk assets, this is one of those assets that will catch a bid. You can see this like back in 2020 with the Wu flu. This thing caught a massive bid and has not turned around since. Basically, we tested all the way down into this section over here. So you're starting to see a bounce. This was bearish, but you can see just how quick it turned around, and you are about to be testing this top section over here. I'm not looking for it to turn around there, because if we go over here to NZD Swissy, you can see you've already, that's like basically the same line, right? That's your supply zone. You can see that you've already closed the daily above it on the Swiss franc, NZD, and you're heading higher, coming into daily resistance. So this is a pretty big swing high, right? It was put in on August the 11th, and we're already testing it straight down on the dailies, straight back up on the dailies. That's fantastic. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? And I forgot to get you that list, the Agile Leader for the music. If you still want that, I will send it over to you today. Apologies about that. Been pretty busy this week. New Zealand dollar, same thing, took out a massive swing high. Yesterday on Bitcoin, we were looking for Bitcoin to become bullish. The reason being Wednesday, yesterday, roughly around, I don't know, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, we still hadn't taken out the weekly low, previous week's low, right? That's the previous week's low. That's your bearish candle. When I posted this picture on Twitter, this candle was red and we were trading down around this area. I can pull that up for you real quick. Right there we are. So the candle was red. You can see 47, 485, 28. When I basically said, yo, this thing hasn't taken out the weekly low yet, and it's Wednesday late in the day. So there's your bullish price action. I mean, it's like basically right on cue. As soon as I said that, this thing started to climb and started to climb pretty quickly. Now you are testing 8-hour resistance. That's why you are stalling out right there. That is also that objective daily resistance level from way over here. Okay. Now getting a close above this is going to be crucial today. You can see that we have made several attempts to get above this level and close above it, and you have not been able to. This is what separates the difference between objective resistance levels and subjective ones. We know that this is resistance simply because even though Bitcoin has many attempts to try to close above that level, it has been unsuccessful. So here we are today. We are above the level as of right now. So a close above this is what we need. Now, a lot of people are looking for this swing high to get taken out, and then they're looking for Bitcoin's bearish price action to come back in. Here's what I say to you. You only look for stop runs for short side setups in a downtrend. Okay? If you're looking for a stop run to get short, you need that to be in a downtrend, and you need to be off of an epic resistance level. This is an epic resistance level. It has held price, stifled price since August the 20th. This is September the 2nd. So almost 2 solid weeks. You have not been able to, so that is absolutely exactly what you want to see. The only problem is that on the daily, on the near term, you are in an uptrend. You are in overbought regions. You have been making higher highs and higher lows on price. The oscillator is still above the 50 spot. All right, so that is bullish. You can't look for shorts yet. So yeah, if you get a break above that swing high, you're probably going to do what ETH has been doing for the last couple days. Here is Ethereum. Boom, shakalaka. All right, it's as simple as that. There is objective resistance. Now on this one, it did absolutely get multiple closes above it. So in the strategy, when you get a break and close above a resistance level, that then becomes the new resistance level, unless it's a bear trap or a bull trap. Sorry, bull trap. So here is resistance, and Ethereum has been trading sideways longer than Bitcoin. This is probably due to Bitcoin's dominance chart going straight down. So coupled with that, the fact that it's been trading at resistance, it's been posting up. Here it is, boom. Big strong breakout, close above resistance. That's what you want to see for bullishness. Big strong breakout, big strong close above, check of support, and there is the follow through. So fantastic move. Also a short squeeze. Let me look at, someone is hitting me up on Discord. Let me just make sure they're not telling me that you can't hear me or something. All right, so good morning everybody. Ethereum, big strong move to the upside. So am I expecting this on Bitcoin? Yeah, I pretty much am. And I'm not expecting it because I am a massive Bitcoin bull. I am long Bitcoin and I will always be long Bitcoin, but I'm not like strongly in the long category. Can this thing sell off? Yes. Yes, it can, and it can do so from this area. This is the price point at which we've been talking about since Bitcoin sold off with the capitulation low. We don't want to take any new positions into this area because we may see something like this. If we see something like this, that will not be good. As long as we do not see something like this, that is extremely good. All right? So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for continuation to the upside, but I just cannot take any positions until I get a weekly close above the 618 retracement. And I ain't taking my retracement from this swing high. I'm taking it from the main swing high, because even though it is an impulse correction impulse, it's a 2-leg move. It is still a valid zone to take it from, right? So if you got short up here, this is where you do not want to see the 618 get a closure above it on the weekly time frame. Now, can you get a weekly close above that and then an instant rejection for the next week? Yes, you can. Nothing is exactly 100% correct, which is why you don't ever hear me say I want confirmation. You don't hear me say confirmation because there is no such thing. You can get a daily, a weekly, and a monthly close above resistance levels, and then the very next month sell off. There are bull traps and there are bear traps. They exist. We know they exist. So there cannot be no such thing as a confirmation. However, with that being said, a weekly close above the 618 to me looks more bullish than not. The next prior week, what I would want to see is I would want to see a higher low support, and then you can expect Bitcoin to go higher. There is no point in shorting this asset. If you look at the weekly, you can see that last week we had a small correction. Early into this week, you had a small correction. You did not take out the previous weekly's low. So you are making higher highs and higher lows. And until that stops being the case on a weekly time frame, you can look for bullish entries. Do not look for bullish entries right now, because right now you are struggling to get above that daily resistance. You do have an 8-hour closure above it, which is good, but that's daily resistance. 8-hour resistance is here. So you want to see an 8-hour closure above 50, 163, spot 41. Objective resistance on Bitcoin. All right, but coming from the week's low, boom, straight up to the week's high. Yes, that's what you want to see. That is not bearish. Not bearish, right? Bearish is in the opposite direction. Basically, it's been trading sideways. If something's going to be bearish, you're going to see a lot more selling pressure than this sideways slow descent, right? You'll see fast, hard descent if something's going to be bearish. Even over here, this wasn't slow. It was fast, pretty much one-sided with a couple days of pullback in the mix. When you have red day, green day, red day, green day, red day, green day, red day, green day, that's not bearish. It's going lower, but it's not bearish. And the aspect of looking at the overall trend, it's simply a pullback. I'm pretty sure let me see, did we get a close below the trend line? Yeah, we did the other day, but I'm working on a video right now that talks about horizontal support and resistance levels as well as trend lines. It's an opinionated video, obviously, but it's going to be a good one, discussing why you don't see me use trend lines that often. They do hold work, they do work. They do hold support and resistance sometimes, but they're just so subjective. They're good for slope. They're good for slope analysis, determining the direction of the trend, and that's pretty much it. So it does look like it's been struggling here, but Bitcoin looks bullish, so we're going to continue to see if it climbs, and then we're going to look for a higher low support. So you want to see a breakout and take out these two wick highs. First one's going to be this one here, so that's going to be the first bullish target right there. Let's get rid of this 8-hour level. Excuse me. This is going to be your first bullish target intradays. So people are going to be looking to take intraday trades, something like this, close to this line as possible, and they will be targeting this line up here. So something like your hourly supply zone or demand zone there. So roughly around 49,579. As long as you're not closing an hourly candle below that, you're in good shape. You have a swing high here, swing high here. So you have multiple swing highs where price can potentially find support. In my opinion, you can come all the way down to the support level itself on the hourly there and possibly find support. All right. So don't let red candles on the hourly freak you out. Just because this thing's coming in hot right now doesn't mean anything. It can simply be pulling back to a support zone where buyers can re-engage, targeting 57.30, 58. All right. But it's in a very crucial area. It needs to get above this area. The longer it spins underneath that daily level, the worse I feel about the position or about the thing moving higher. On the Forex land, there's not much. There isn't much. I didn't see anything, but I just literally got up, dealt with Patreon for a little bit, and then came live. So I haven't looked at a whole lot of stuff other than the green section. Let's go take a look at the orange, see how we're doing. CAD Yen took out bullish targets right there on this day and then pulled back pretty hard. Still holding support. Is this going to be a selling opportunity? You are, yeah, I mean, technically it's not, you didn't get a daily close above that, right? Here is daily resistance right there. So are we looking for sell side activity on this? If the yen continues its strength that it had a couple weeks ago, yeah, it's in a good spot to look for that. However, this is the thing. The Fed has changed everything. The Fed is going to continue their asset purchases. So we have NFP coming up Friday, this Friday, not today, but tomorrow. You will see NFP 8:30 a.m. Price can probably just lily-dally a little bit until that happens. You may see something, but I don't necessarily like this for a short because it's been range bound, right? You are range bound. Took out those highs, came back in. Did you test this support down here? No, you did not. So what I would want to see is, if I was short, is I would want to see at least this swing low taken out to the downside. Then I would want to look for that retest back as close to daily resistance as possible for short side entries. All right. So here is your bearish candle. This should have been what started the whole thing. And then pullback, this would have been a decent short entry. However, if you took that short entry, you were stopped out, right? And then you've just been trading sideways for multiple days right under this resistance. When price posts up next to a resistance area and stays there, there's a pretty good high probable chance that it's going to break. Now, retail traders will see this as selling pressure. This is selling pressure because the candle is red and it's got a big wick to the upside. So this means that when price traded up, the bears got engaged. So you're looking for continuation to the downside. That can be true. It can be. And since it closed red, I would give you a little bit of leeway on that. Here's my counter though. Since you're posting up at resistance here, you're posting up, boom, boom, boom. This was an attempt to get above it, couldn't do it. This is a target now, right? Why? Because anybody that got short on this push, why would they get short on this push? Because of your daily Heath level right there, or daily demand. Technically, this would be the area, but there you go, right? Boom, perfect test. People got short, so they're waiting for continuation. They see this as a pullback, going to find somewhere like maybe the 618 retracement level or something, and look for this thing to continue down to the downside. If oil is bearish, then this will be too. What's oil doing? Oil looks exactly the same, right? Exactly the same. The only difference with oil is it doesn't have that massive wick to the upside. It has one to the downside. So that's interesting. Let's get rid of these levels because they're old. So here is daily support, objective daily support, 67.72, objective daily resistance, 69.11. Got to get above that for bullish price action and below that for bearish price action. It has been pretty bearish. Now this is the thing, oil is a good buy at $60, right? It's cheap. Is it a better buy at $76 or $62? Yeah, it's better to buy it down here. Daily support, 61.92. Got a bounce from that. Look at that massive bullish candle. This is shorts being exhausted. So sellers are taking profits into this push, into support. On top of that, you have new people coming into the market buying, and that's it. Boom. Massive bullish engulfing. Continuation to the upside. Test the first area of supply, and you get a close above it. Then you tested resistance, and that's where you failed. Pull back, pull back. This looks like it's going to break. So to me, this looks structured more bullish than bearish. Here you are on your RSI. You've already done your nice, beautiful 50 test, and you are curving up. Now this is the thing. It's really early in the morning. You haven't even had your New York open yet. This oscillator gets, it finishes it on the close. So the daily close will determine if you are above or below the 50 today. So it is at a crucial juncture. So a lot of times I don't mind taking a position here for longs or for shorts, because if I'm right on the trade, it's worth 1% to me to try to get into a position where I can potentially aim for overbought or oversold to take profits, right? What that means is if you get entries, like for instance, a buy on oil, you can potentially hold it until you get up into the overbought regions of your indicator. Will that happen all the time? No, because we saw back a couple weeks ago, pound, euro, and a few other assets were just trading around the 50, just up, down, up, down, up, down. So that's just churning traders, ripping them apart. So give it one shot. If it doesn't work, give it a day or two to settle down and figure out where it wants to go. So as long as this looks bullish, I would probably be aiming for that. Let's go into a smaller time frame chart and see what this looks like. So you have gotten hourly close above your 50% retracement level of this swing to the downside. So sellers will kick up somewhere around in here. There is a buying opportunity there. Let's get rid of this because we know sellers are going to come into the market at 618. So if we can get bullish entries as close to 20 pips as possible to that 618. It's also your daily high right here. 618 is just above it. Can potentially give you a position to trade up to it. You are testing the midpoint of this hourly candle. So something like that. All right, something like that. Close to that 87,224 level as possible. Hourly closure below that, you're scrapping the trade. Right? Scrapping the trade. Because at that point, the bears do look like they have control. This is a big, strong, bullish candle. You don't see big, strong, bullish candles amidst sell-offs unless the momentum's kicking up. A lot of these things will start to see a lot of momentum soon. Come on, get off there. So this one isn't as bad as others. It's actually moving up, kind of. Let's go to Euro USD. Look at this, man. Oh my God, the ATR is just, this means that the price ranges are getting smaller and smaller and smaller as time goes. So we are expecting a massive move anytime now on this asset. ATR getting smaller, very, very small pips. The daily ranges are so tiny. This was a pretty good one here, and it was just under 50 pips. Right? Daily ATR on this candle, what was this one? 115 pips, so double. That's what we want to see. We want to see big range candles, and it's getting ready to happen. So you're coming into a resistance level, old supply here. I don't like looking for longs today. You opened here, barely pulled back, and now you're checking that. So intraday, it's going to look something like this, right? Continuation, pullback, continuation, pullback, continuation. No setup on euro dollar today. The setup would have been close to down here, but there wasn't one. But this is going to be hourly support. So this does mean a close below this demand zone at 1.18378. 1.18378 will be a no-fly zone. It means you will scrap the trade. Let me see what some of these comments are saying. Please check VRA USDT. I want to get in that good level. Could you look at Ray V? Welcome to the community, Ray V. I want a dip. Left some bags at the train station that I need to get. Hashtag hodl. Yeah, I hear you, my friend. Yeah, I'm going to check all these assets, guys. I just wanted to make sure that... Alright, so yeah. Let me look at a couple more assets because I'm looking for an actual trade setup in FX. So CAD yen, we can put CAD yen on watch, see if this level holds for possible buying opportunities. USD CAD yesterday. Oh yeah, that's right. I took a trade on this as well to the short side, but it didn't last very long, and then I got stopped out. Where was it? Here. And did I save that trade? I don't know if I saved it or not, but I was looking for short side continuation down to support, took 2/3 of my position off, and this thing right here stopped me out. Right, this thing stopped me out. So yeah, it's trading in a range sideways. If CAD yen goes higher, this will probably go lower. As long as the dollar is weak, you can look for weakness on this. However, it looks like it wants to go higher to me, and that's the thing. Like, because you got an let's go back to the daily. Let's get rid of all this stuff. Even though it looks terrible, it is basing at support. When you base at support, I mean, it's not like right at support, but it's having a hard time getting a daily close down below it. And it's making, let's see. Well, it's not. I mean, technically this high is a little bit higher than that one, but that one's higher. So it's choppy sideways, choppy sideways. break below 1.26025, we'd be looking for short side setups down to 125.241. That will not be today. Pound yen doing nothing this morning. What are all these crazy drawings? Oh, I'm on the wrong chart. That's old stuff. Pound yen doing nothing intraday, barely climbing, barely moving up. We are above resistance, so I don't see much, guys. USD JPY, maybe a short on this. Yeah, but yeah, I like it. I just need it to be up around the 110.018 level, which is, I don't know. So let's get rid of it and get a new one. Oh, I don't see nothing. Maybe here. We can look for rejection there. And there. And our target would be there. I can tell already that the risk to reward is going to be good. If it gives it that, you're right into support. I generally don't like to short into support, so I need a pullback away from the support level, and then I need to see a failure. It's not a big trade, so it's not a big zone. Probably leave it alone. And finally, last but not least, pound dollar. Yeah, it's into resistance, so there's nothing to do on this. So I'll have to rely on Jay Bradley or someone to tell me what they're looking at. See if we can find any positions. I just haven't had enough time to check these charts. Good morning, Janet. All right, let's go get some of these assets people were asking me to look at. BTC, we did look at BTC. Perfect. Litecoin, USDT, and Ocean. Let's go look at it. LTC, USDT specifically. Nice strong push like Bitcoin. Same thing. Daily support is here. Also the weekly support probably. Nope, it's just a week. So daily support 165, 316. You traded down to it. Boom, strong bounce off of it. Couldn't close above it, and your closes were getting higher, right? Just a strong push up. Most of these things are going to do whatever Bitcoin does. You are coming into a supply zone, so I wouldn't be looking for longs right where it is currently. Intraday price action, does it give you a setup? No, you're at the high. You need to pull back down to here, but you've already gotten a check of that level with this wick here. Pushed right down into that, and then boom, there's your move. So maybe it wants to go lower before you get that resistance or that support check. There's nothing to do intraday. So there's nothing to do today on Litecoin, USDT, and Ocean. Ocean USDT. I know everybody's going to be extremely enthusiastic today about looking for entries on these things, but guys, I'm telling you, the entry was yesterday, not today. This is going to be the same thing. Got a close above resistance though, that looks good. And daily support was down here. Now this is interesting. On Ocean, you did get a close below. Right there, right? So that's a fake out. It's not a very good one because you barely closed below it. If it doesn't have much liquidity, then chances are that's just fine. That's just the way price works with some of these. Strong move to the upside. Checked old resistance already, and now you're seeing bullish continuation. It looks sideways on an hourly. Doesn't look good. It's got a small ATR as well. Like, this has been doing nothing but going sideways. I thought it was just a simple check of support and then bounce, but no, it traded at support for many hours, all day yesterday and all night. Well, up until midnight. So it's in the middle of doing its thing, right? Your entry would have been here. So push down here, boom, that's your entry. And that's already occurred. So there is nothing you can do on this asset. They'd be targeting high of day, which is here. And ultimately, you got to get back above that swing up here. So you will find resistance right above you. So nothing to do on that as well. Spread on gold is worse than CME markets right now. I don't know. I don't have anything. I can look at XAU USD and gold on Oanda. Yeah, 25. Yeah, that is pretty bad. $25. That's a pretty big spread. You ain't kidding. It doesn't show me the price, but I can see it over here. That can't be right, man. Well, what we can do... Let's see how big it is. It's not too bad. I mean, that's pretty close to where it is, right? I just got stopped out. 25 pip stop isn't big enough. So let's go into the intraday and I'll show you how big the spread is. This is a 5-minute chart. So we want to take a sell side entry on this. Stop loss. But we'll move this. Oh, yeah, it is not big. It's 250 pip stop loss. What the heck? That's terrible. That was 250. Let's try 2,500. There we go. So here's the close was up here. So it's not that bad of a spread. A couple, like on the FX market, it would be simply a couple pips. Ticks. Yeah. So it's not too terribly bad. So that's what it is. It's not pips, it's ticks as the stop. That's definitely got to be wrong too. I typed in that position side on 1%. That's a lot bigger than 1%. 78% of the account. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Definitely don't want to trade like that. But it doesn't look terrible. It's okay. Close the position, friend. Alright, so not too bad. The agile leader spread on gold is worse than CMC markets. Yeah, it looks pretty bad. Hello everyone, thank you guys. LT, yeah, looked at that. Thanks. Pound yen, yeah, we looked at pound yen briefly. It's doing nothing. Intraday, it's very, the ranges are small. We need the ATR to kick up, but in order for that to do that, then price needs to expand its ranges. So you're above resistance, right? This is resistance. You're trading above it. You got to close above it yesterday. So I would, if I would be looking for bullish or positions on this asset, I would be looking for bullish positions. The thing is it giving us a bullish position, a setup? Not really, right? It does look good. You did get above resistance on the hourly. Put in a support zone. It's real wicky, right? Real wicky lately. It's just been sideways. And that's all it's doing now. You got above this and then It's just sideways. Will you get a big expansion? The longer it is sideways, the bigger the expansion will be. Yes, absolutely. Here's the thing though, you've been trading for a whole week straight up. So, I don't know, my friend. I don't know. I don't see a position on it. Just gotta wait for it to check this area as support and hold it. And it's already done that. So if it gets back down there again, chances are it's probably gonna break. It's just disgusting. There's probably something better to look at. Y'all, good morning. Y'all, good morning, Alex. Did I end up getting into Tesla? No, I didn't. I already own Tesla, but I was looking to add and I did not. Which was a mistake, probably. Yeah, was a mistake. That's where I wanted to add. I did, however, get into this one. Let me see if I can remember the ticker. There's been so much stuff lately. What's in Vail? Yeah, because this thing is one of the biggest producers of lithium. Got into this. I'm still looking for a 1750 check. If I get that, I'm going to add to the position. The reason is because it's been trading down for a while, so it's had a nice pullback, right? Let's go to the quarterly chart. Nice pullback. Beautiful, right? 28 days left on this quarter. As long as we don't close the quarter below 1750, I'm going to add. The position is currently up a little bit because I bought on that swing low, but I'm going to add more down here. It has a very, very wide stop loss. The stop loss is below this wick low, somewhere down in here. So massive position, not a massive position, a massive spread from entry to stop. So yeah, but I think it's going to turn around because it's like it is, if I'm mistaken, it is the biggest lithium provider to Tesla, or one of them. So yeah, Tesla is going to continue to be bullish. This thing will too. But no, I did not pick up Tesla. Hopefully you did, because it's been going up, right? Here's your downtrend, there's your breakout. So that's when trend lines are kind of effective. It shows you the slope of something. There's your breakout, multiple tests of it. So just traded back and forth in a range for like a month, out, back down into it, and then see ya. So yeah, that was a beautiful spot. And all as it was an old resistance level, right? An old supply zone that you would be looking for resistance to hold. Daily break above. Notice you did not get a retest of the level. There it is. So at this point, that would be a fantastic buying opportunity. But I didn't. It's hard for me to keep my eyes on every single thing. You know what I mean? There's so much stuff to look at. Mom says run DMC. Oh, Morn. Sorry. It looks like mom, but there's an R in. Please check VRA USDT. Yes, let's do it. VRA USDT. KuCoin Veracity moving up. Nice. It's trying to break and close above daily resistance. There's your daily resistance level. This held support. That was like so, oh man, it was just perfect, right? Multiple attempts to get into this thing. You could have got into it on multiple occasions, 2 different days. Boom, boom. Now, I wouldn't have wanted to get into it with it coming back in, as that would have been a little bit scary, because you did get a check, and then there's your day to follow through, but it goes up, closes that resistance, come back into support, but that's your buying again, straight up. This day right here got everybody short. Such a fake out move, right? Because people watching price action, they see a check of the Heath level here, and then it trades up, so you'd be looking for continuation, you didn't get it. You got another check of support. So people are like, yes, when I get a check back up here to the open, I'm going to get short. Here is the pullback all the way to the open. That's resistance. People got short, put their stop above this thing right here, and they're like, yes, I'm in the right side of the trade. And then, oh, yeah, such a fake out. That's probably why this candle's range is so big. Once it got above this wick high, it was see ya. Them stop losses started firing, boy. Money printer go burr. That's what I see on Twitter all the time. Stop loss go burr. Yeah, I mean, just wait for a test and a hold of support at 36,770,000. Right there. Or you can watch a little lower here. Boom. Daily close below this lower one. Leave it alone, as that will start to look more and more like a bull trap. But I think you're going to see continuation, in my humble opinion, especially depending on how big the short squeeze is. Short squeezes can last for multiple days. Days and days and days. Hence, Solana. That is there it is. Like, you can't get any better. Short squeeze. Once you took out the stops, later, it's been absolutely on fire. ORN 8 USDT, ORN, ORN USDT, Orion Protocol. This does not look as good as other crypto assets. 268% from low to high. This was support until this happened. Now that is support. Resistance is the tide that lifts all boats. So you're seeing a bit of bullishness because of Bitcoin. This thing moves pretty decent. Here's support. Right now would be the buying opportunity. Here it is. So if you're going to see bullish continuation, now is the time to see it. Got an hourly close below, but that's okay because hourly support is here. How would I trade this? If I was going to trade this, if I was looking for an entry today, I would go ahead and market order in and put my stop below this wick. That's how I would trade it if I'm looking for bullish continuation. This thing can be bullish one second and then bearish the next, so I don't know that I would even want to trade it. Look at this massive expansion and then all of it retraced. However, it is making higher highs and higher lows. Well, at least making higher lows. So yeah, that's how I would trade it. This is not financial advice. And I would only use 1% of my account's total equity. But there was the check of support. That's your entry, as close to that level as possible. And then if it's going to continue, you're going to be situated right for a continuation. If it's not going to continue, then you'll find out pretty quick. Man, this soundproofing paneling that I spent this weekend installing is falling off the walls. Gotta buy some glue, I guess. Hopefully you'll get that dip, my friend, to go get those bags. Can you XRP? Yes. Ripple. XRP. Bitstamp. Finex. That's the hourly. It looks exactly the same as that other one we were looking at. So yeah, it's bullish. Same thing as Bitcoin almost. Nice bear trap. Took out support to the downside with a close, and then the very next day was an engulfing. That is a bear trap. And then you came all the way back down to support. Man, what a buying opportunity at support. It offered 1.09950. I mean, yeah, it's that simple. You're looking for bullish entries, you buy off support and uptrends, you sell off resistance and downtrends. There's nothing to do on it. You're checking resistance as of right now. Right now, you're into daily resistance. And then you have another one right above that at 128. And then the supply target, or the target for supply, is going to be all the way up there. This bearish candle will offer some kind of resistance as well, but that's what I would be aiming for if you get a break and close above this swing high. But there just isn't a position to take right now. Not today, unfortunately. Sorry. Good morning. He says, Victor, can you please have a look at ADA ETH on Binance? Yeah, let's go look at it. I'm pretty sure the liquidity on that's going to be terrible. Let's look at it. Big strong move on the daily. Why is ADA that much stronger than ETH? Obviously it is. Look at that. Yay. Strong. Yes, I don't like this, right? Because this looks more like a rejection into supply. Oh man, it's so bad. I don't know if that's real though. If that's legit, that's bad. Absolutely terrible. That's a big range. All it's done is stopped out everybody. I'd say if it spiked up big enough, the spread got wide enough, you could have even taken out anybody up here. Because usually when you see these big moves like this, the spread instantly widens. You might not see it happen because it's so fast, but I don't like that. But as far as it looks bullish, if you use our standard technical analysis, well, give it a second. It's thinking. Oh man, it's stuck good. Well, what the? Come on, you're gonna cause me to curse. All right, where were we? ADA, ETH. Stop being stupid. So you're into this, but the daily, like I said, if you're going to look at standard technical analysis, you got a 50 check and a perfect one. Now, this is probably retail along with, I don't know, bots and algos, because look at this. Like yesterday's closed at support. Here's support. Like, you can't get no better than that. Boom. And it also happens to be a boom 50 test. Boom. That's what you get. Like, that's just massive. There was a lot of buying that happened once this price traded down into this level. The buy orders just started. This thing took off. So this retracement doesn't look so bad. Knowing that, you're probably going to see bullish continuation. But it also offers up a sell side activity, or a sell side position as well up here. But you're bullish. As long as you're above the 50, you have to look for bullish entries. It's just the safest way to trade. Or safer way to trade, I should say. There's no safe way to trade. You've always got to risk something to make something. But yeah, it looks okay. .USD. I gotta speed this up. Alright, here we go. .USD, I'm gonna speed it up. .USD is bullish. There's nothing else to say about it. There's nothing else to do with it. Simply put, big strong breakout. This is definitely, let me go over here. That's Coinbase. Let's look at it on Binance. Definitely not the all-time high, but where is my dot? I don't like that. There we go. That's much better. So big strong breakout, that's weekly resistance. Never mind all these itty bitty lines. Old resistance level, old resistance level. So what is there to do now? Nothing. You're pulling back. Is this going to offer up resistance? It's possible. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. So if you're looking for intraday setups for bullish entries, then you've already put in support right here on the hourly. Here. So a push down into this area, you can look for possible bullish entries, aiming for the high up there. Will it work? I doubt it, right? That's a lot of momentum straight up from yesterday. Just straight up, boom. So you are pulling back. You are pulling back. Let's check out the expansion. Yeah, you didn't even test the 50, so it does look bullish, right? It does look bullish. So what I would do is I would just simply watch hourly support. As long as you're not closing hourlies below it. I would even use this one since you've traded away from this and already taken out resistance. I would watch this support zone here, $32.05. You close an hourly below it, then I'd leave it alone. But if you're looking to buy it because FOMO is real, I understand, then I would be looking to buy it as close to $32.05 as possible. Just to be clear, I would not be doing it. I would not take this position. The position already happened. The trade already happened. But if FOMO is going to kick up, yeah, it can go higher. It can go higher. Not a lot of liquidity in DOT, so it does do these big explosive moves like this. You're trading inside day. So watch those levels. The agile leader, ADA's fundamentals and more ETH long term. So we'll rotate ADA during dips using ETH. Nice stuff, Victor. Please check NJ and DOT, please. We just checked DOT. Let's check engine. Coinbase looks okay. Got a breakout above the last time we were looking at it as resistance. So daily support was here until you got to close below it there. However, you took out that bearish candle with a close, so there it is. New daily support is 201. This can still offer up support if price were to get down there. You're trading above all kinds of resistance levels except for this one here. So that is going to still be resistance if price gets back up there. Had a couple days of pullback and you have found support and you've taken out yesterday's high. So it does look like you are looking for bullish entries, but then when I look at the hourly chart, it is absolutely disgusting. This, yuck. Difficult to trade. Very, right? There's a clear area of support here. Expansion to the upside, but it took multiple days, 4 of them. Pullback. What is this? I mean, like, it, oh my gosh, it's like not doing anything for since yesterday at 2 o'clock. It has not moved since yesterday at 2 o'clock. So I can't really tell you a support because there's so many of them. So many bearish hourly candles. Yeah, if you get down there, it's going to look bad on the hourly. Yeah, I would stay away from it. I would not trade this today. That's just disgusting. Very, very slow moving for some reason. Had a lot of momentum and then whatever reason you're not doing anything today. Very tiny daily range. Don't like it. Silver. Yeah, let's look at silver. XAGUSD. Let's go get it. So we had a massive sell-off in metals not too long ago. We got to remove all these drawings. They pack up, man. So we're going to be having to watch this swing low if price ever does get back up to it. It's a selling opportunity right now. But the problem is though, if you have dollar weakness, you may see this thing move up. And so far you've had a couple days of pullback, explosive move. A couple days of pullback, explosive move. So would I sell it right where it is? No. I mean, it's at the 50, so it's at an opportune spot to sell it. The problem is you just took out resistance on a closing basis yesterday. So the near-term price, the near-term order flow is bullish. But it's just moving sideways to up. Right? It's not superbly bullish. I don't know what went on here, man. This is just a massive repricing. That's some massive funds rebalancing their portfolio or something. Huge drop in silver. Quick, too. So it's just trying to recover from that. Was that daily resistance or support? Yeah, it's resistance, so it needs to act as support. It did get one test of it, so yeah, this is the thing though. Watch this support zone here. Technically, you can trade all the way down to this wick and still be okay on the overall trend, or the near-term trend, I should say. 24.11. There's nothing to do right now, not currently. Maybe if you get another test of that, maybe. I would use a very small, tight, words are hard. I would use a very tight stop. This is what people are going to be aiming at. There's hourly resistance at 24.21. So there's not much of a risk to reward there, because your stop would have to come all the way down here to justify the position, and your profit target is 24.21. I wouldn't do anything with it today. That's just my opinion. Wouldn't do anything with it today. You could possibly take a buy there and then maybe look to throw your stop under it, but that's very risky trading and high likelihood of getting stopped out. So I don't like silver at all, not for today. Maybe let it pull back and find support down here. That would be the best spot. 24.03, as long as that area maintains that support. Just don't like it. A little bit about the difference between how you expect it to interact with the supply demand line versus support and resistance line. Cheers. Yeah, Clipper 70, it's the same thing basically, right? Support and supply, support is demand and then supply is resistance. It's basically the same thing. The only difference is your resistance level is going to be the close of a bullish candle, whereas your support is going to be a close of a bearish candle. And then supply and demand will be the opening prices of the respected opposite candle. So this is going to be a demand zone, right? It's the open of this bearish candle. That's what turns it into demand. So it's just fancy terminology to mean support, right? Yes, you want it to be demand basically because it's the opening, so you want that to hold. And as long as it is, then it shows that there is demand there, and it shows that support is holding. There's not really a whole lot of difference between the two terms other than where the level actually is. And that's it. But we're essentially looking for the exact same thing to occur. We're looking for price to find resistance at supply zones, and we're looking for price to find support at demand zones. Yeah, I can't talk about it right now though, because I gotta bounce pretty soon, unfortunately. Sorry, I'll throw out a video more in depth with it. It's just busy, man. It's just been busy. Give the man a thumbs up. Yeah, buy him an iced tea, for crying out loud. I'd love an iced tea. Thank you very much. I love tea. I'm from the South. We like our sweet tea down in the South. All right, let me see. Smash the likes. Yeah, guys, thank you so much. Dogecoin looks like the last one. All right, sweet. Let's go look at the Dogester, and I will wrap it up. So Doge hasn't been very attractive to me lately, because once it started making these very tiny candle ranges, you can't make money when it's making small ranges, right? It's about percentage gains, percentage moves. See how big these candles were over here? Yeah, when they were massive like that, you could take a day trade and make a ton of money. But when they're very, very small, nah, you're churning. You're churning at best. So it hasn't been attractive to me lately. But I understand for a lot of people, this thing is attractive still at 20 cents. And if they're looking for it to get to $1 or 30 cents is a good buy. The problem is Doge doesn't have a really good use case outside of Elon Musk owns a bunch of it. So this was support right there at 29.7. There was your break of support, check, hold, there's your break above. So it was support, then turned around to be resistance. So it's only natural to look to see if that level will hold as support on a test. So into a smaller time frame chart, like a 4-hour. Well, it already almost was tested. Not quite, but almost. So it looks like it's going to move higher. Looks like it's trying to be bullish like everything else, like Bitcoin and everything else today. Ethereum. Bitcoin's the tide that lifts all boats, so as long as Bitcoin's moving up, a lot of these things will do the same thing. Right? A lot of them will do the same thing. So, alright guys, hope that helps. There's not a whole lot to do today. Got NFP tomorrow, so yeah, we will see. Just a couple positions this week, Aussie, Swiss, and then USD, CAD. And that's been pretty much it. Small positions, both of them were small wins. Not quite 2 R's on the CAD, USD CAD, but I'll take it. A win's a win. The week is green. I'm not trying to do nothing to that now. So I'll keep my eyes open. If I see anything, I'll post it on Twitter. And for those in Discord, we'll see you later. The rest of you, make sure you trade safe, trade smart. Happy trading, everybody.